Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 weeks, we have almost made it. We just have to review for that pesky final exam. The first station we're going to work on here is solving equations. These are pretty general ideas that we use in all of our units, so let's make sure we're good at them. The first one, 8p minus 3 equals 13. You've got a two-step equation, so you're going to go ahead and undo subtracting 3 by adding 3. Now you have 8p equals 16. And when you divide both sides by 8, now you have p equals 2. That's it. Number 2, 8g minus 10g equals 4. What do we call those again? Oh, right, like terms. 8g minus 10g is negative 2. G equals 4, and when you divide both sides by negative 2, you get g equals 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. Be careful with your signs. Number 3, first thing you have to do is get all of your variables on one side. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 9t on both sides. And now 7t minus 9t is negative 2t. Negative 2t equals 80. So when I divide both sides by negative 2, I get t equals negative 40. On to solving some inequalities. This is a one-step inequality. Remember, the only thing you need to worry about is if you multiply or divide by a negative, then you switch the sign. In this problem, when I add 5 to both sides, I don't have to worry about switching the sign. So I have t on the left side is still greater than negative 8. T is greater than negative 8. Number 5, first you have to get your variables on one side. And if you do this right, you don't have to worry about flipping the sign. I'm going to subtract 1n from both sides. Now I have 7 is less than 2n minus 1, because 3 minus 1n is 2n. And then when I add 1, I have 8 is less than 2n, so when you divide by 2, 4 is less than n. The last section for this unit is absolute values. And when you've got an absolute value by itself, you just need to split it up, because remember, there are two numbers that have an absolute value of 10. So those two numbers are 10 and negative 10. Take whatever's inside the absolute value, x minus 5, and set it equal to 10 or negative 10. Then you solve these one-step equations by adding 5 to both sides, and you get x equals 15 or x equals negative 5. Number 7, since we don't have the absolute value by itself, go ahead and add 4 to both sides. Now you've got the absolute value of x equals 16. Hey, that's easy. The two numbers that have an absolute value of 16 are 16 or negative 16. That's it for solving equations, ladies and gentlemen.